Oh, yeah. Don't adjust your dial, folks. The man you're about to see on your television screen is actually that good looking in real life. Yes. Ladies, relax. Don't get too excited. Husbands, don't get jealous. You're about to see what a real man looks like. Yeah. Oh, yeah. What am I talking about? I have no clue. Is there a real man in this house? Probably not. Oh, I have... Is it 2 words or 1 word? I think it's 2 words. Let's see if anyone knows when I say this. And I'm not even sure if I'm saying his name right. Does anyone know who Stoby the HoBo is? That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to say any more. I believe his name is pronounced Stoby the HoBo. After finding this man, I so badly want to be a hobo. I want to change my entire life. I kind of wish I can go back and start all over again. Holy Jesus. I've been spending hours and hours watching this man. Oh. I would say I'm in love, but no, there's a few reasons why I can't be in love with him, but we can talk about that. I don't think anyone knows who Stoby is. Has anyone heard of what's the other dude? Shoestring Hobo? Kind of like Shoestring, but this dude's way better. Anyways, what does that have to do with vaping? Absolutely nothing. Just because today is a Thursday show doesn't necessarily mean that it's a vape show. If you look at the logo on the screen on Thursday, that's a good indication of what that show is going to be like. So if you don't see the No Name Vape Show logo, chances are we have nothing vape related to talk about. So, with that said, let's get to the meat and potatoes, and let's get to what the ladies came here to see. Yes, this beautiful specimen that they call VapnFagan. And I am French, by the way. Thank you. And the disappointment. What's going on, motherfuckers? Do you really need to curse? Come on, my kids are watching this goddamn shit. What's going on, folks? Oh, yeah. I would say it's been a long day, but it hasn't. Because I've been sitting in my chair all fucking day long. Whoo! Alright, so, Mark, you need a train hat now. You know, no, I can't have a train hat because Mike wears a train hat. And if I get a train hat, then I'll be copying him. So I cannot wear a train hat. What's going on, Ed? Let's say what's up to all the fine, beautiful folks in chat tonight. There's probably a couple 100,000, but we'll just name off a few. What's going on, Mr. Alan Osborne? No affiliation to the newly retired Ozzy Osbourne. We got the Dirty Mexican himself, Angel Gomez in the house. We got Bart White. We got the beautiful Billy Rice. We got Brian, not to be confused with the other Brian, the one that kind of went MIA on everyone. What's going on, Base? I got your email. I just did not reply to it, but I do appreciate that email. It was beautiful. And by the way, that mod looks awesome. The lovely and always on time Cheryl is in the house tonight. What's going on, Craig? We got Dave T. We got Easy Rider in the house. We got Ed Barkley. That son of a bitch owes me money. We got Emily, but I call her Emile because it pisses her off, I think. Florida Boy 420. We got Gary in the house tonight. What's going on, Gary? We got Georgia Boy, not to be confused with Florida Boy. We got Hitman in the house. We got Jack the Flash. We got Joe. We got Joe. We got 2 Joes. We got Jean-Paul Glasgow, the French-Canadian prostitute. We got JT in the house. I'm not going to bother trying to say Von Base. Kevin Caveman Frey. Now, I have not seen that name before, but he could be in here every week, and I just haven't noticed it. What's up, Kevin? We got Night Clover. What's going on, Night Clover? We got Neil Pitts. We got NorCal in the house. What's up, NorCal? We got Partha. We got Raw Chuck. We got Ray Franklin, the sellout that he is. We got Country Boy. We got Robert Pawlowski. He's full 100% Polish. We got Ruben, who may not be Polish, but his photo looks Polish. We got Boston, which I believe it's Boston. We got Scott Savage. Any relation to Fred Savage? Probably not. Stylin' Puffer. Don't think I've seen that one before. What's up, Stylin'? The Late Night Show. Oh, shit. And we got myself. We got Vids of Your Mom. One of the many best names on YouTube. No Michael Whitehair? No Robert Skrelly? Are you... what's happening? Some people are late. Some people are not here. We got Jesus in the house. He wasn't on the list. What's up, Jesus? A.K.A. Jesus himself. Dude, I do these shout-outs like something big is about to happen, but that's it. That's like the highlight of the show right there. Actually, this is not even a show. Why do I keep calling it a show? This is absolutely nothing but... You ever do this to your keyboard? Just bang it upside down on the desk and look at all the shit that comes out of it. It looks like someone just emptied an ashtray on my goddamn desk. But it's not ashes. It's like... peanut crumbs and food crumbs and old dried up semen flakes and pubic hairs and all kinds of weird shit. Whew. Yeah, that's it. So how you doing? I'm doing good. How are you? I'm doing fine. What's new in life? Nothing really. Just kind of fingernail clippings. No, I actually saved those for the for my atomizers. Was I live that one time? I don't remember if I was live that one time. No, I don't think I was. I usually clip my nails, like right here. But I was using my magnifying glass because I was trying to get like perfect. And when I was done, I went to go grab my mod to have a vape, and I sucked in a fingernail. Somehow, as I was clipping them, you know how they just go flying around? One flew perfectly inside of a drip tip down into the atomizer. It's when I was vaping my BTFC. Luckily, I didn't suck it into my lung. But man, that would have sucked if I would have choked on a fucking fingernail. That would have been horrible. Luckily, my fingernails look nothing like my toenails, so I was pretty good. If that was a toenail that got caught inside there, holy shit. I can only imagine the fungus growing in my mouth. We got Butter Dad. Where's your little sidekick son at? Dylan, that little son of a bitch. He owes me money too. Man dies on own DNA. That would be... There's Mr. Whitehair. Good evening, Mr. Bill Bottoms. Good evening, sir. I love cutting toenails. You would, Craig, you fucking creepy son of a bitch. Dude, I need someone to cut my toenails. Angela keeps saying that she'll do it, but I don't think she wants to. But she got to use a Dremel to cut. And I'm not even joking when I say this. Like, you can't use nail clippers because my toenails are they're too thick, so they won't fit into the toenail clipper. So I use the cutting wheel on the Dremel, but when I try to do it, I always end up cutting my foot open, and it never goes well. And I feel bad going to like the Asian nail salons, because the minute I sit up on the chair and I put my feet up, they smile, but you hear like, and they start laughing, and then the whole fucking place is just, and I know damn well they're talking shit about me, but she still continues to smile at me while she's saying all this. I'm like, man, if I could only speak Chinese or whatever the fuck she's speaking right now, I love to know what she's saying. She's probably saying, this fat white piece of shit and his nasty ass toenails, I don't get paid enough to cut these fucking things. That's what she's saying. But anyways, thank you to the lovely, beautiful Ed Barkley for that kind donation, the first one of the evening. Here's the money I according to you owe you. Ed, you're shy about 3 more zeros there, sir. But thank you. That's $2 towards it. I'll put that on your tab. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Didn't you email me, Ed, about last week about the Maven. You said whenever I'm ready to sell it, let you know. I had a question. Does anyone own the Maven in chat? The authentic Maven? Because I've seen a bunch of Mavens now, and they're all different especially compared to the one I own. I'm just wondering, like, are they making like different batches with different fonts on them and different logos on them? Because I know it's not I didn't buy a clone because I bought it from Vaping Art, but all the authentic ones I've seen so far, they look different as far as the logos are, not the actual RBA itself, not the construction of it, but I didn't buy a clone. I better not have bought a clone. I'll fucking sodomize someone. Thank you, Mr. Alan Osborne. He never leaves a comment, but always drops a donation. You know, he's such a kind soul, even though he looks very angry and mean. But I've been looking at his photo lately. I've been staring at it a lot. I have free time a lot during the day, and I usually go online. I stare at Alan Osborne's YouTube photo. And you know who he looks like? He looks like the dude on the dollar bill. Do I have a dollar? Sorry, these are all hundreds in here. I'm joking. No, it's all food stamps in my wallet. Do I have a dollar? Sorry, these are all $2 bills. I go to the racetrack. Dude, I think my kid took, oh, there's a dollar, okay. Tell me, when you're looking at Alan Osborne's goddamn photo from a distance, it doesn't look like that. Look, he looks, what's his name? Washington or fucking, I don't know what the hell that dude's name is. Joe Washington, Bill Washington, George Washington. No, wait, is that George Washington? I don't know who the fuck that is. But it looks just like him. I just wanted a reason to pull my wallet out to show you guys how broke I really am. It's all stuffed with coupons and fucking old expired food stamps. Oh, thank you, Mr. Ray Franklin, dropping that fat donation even after he bought a burrow mod and I told him not to. He still went ahead and bought one. I will probe you now. I wouldn't mind being probed, as long as you did it in a comforting way, like you didn't just jab it in, like, ugh. Start the show, content, son, content. Content, I should name this shit, we should just name the lives like content something, contentless, is that a word? Hold on, let's find out. I don't know if that's a word. Contentless. Contentless. Is contentless a word? Says Google. Contentless, Merriam-Webster dictionary. Hold on, I want to find this out because if it's not a word, I want to make it a word. Contentless. Doesn't say anything on the website. Okay, I'm on the Webster Dictionary website. It says contentment. I don't know. Is it not a word? Contentless is an adjective lacking content or meaning. So it is a word. Contentless is a word. All right. We've got a new name. The Contentless Hour with your French Canadian vape enthusiast VapnFagan. There I provided content. I'll take 95% of all the super chats tonight. Thank you, sir. If you take 95%, YouTube takes fucking what, 30%? Shit, leave me like what's that? 95. So you want 95% of the remaining 70%. Wait, how do you do that? How do you take 95% of 70%? I guess you could. Wait, 95% of 70% would be... Would that be 65%? No. Is my math right? I'm not sure. My brain hurts already. JT, no mark, not you, LMAO. Bachelor's late as always and probably drunk and who knows what else. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. More content, I'll take 97% now. New show, Math with Mark. I'm not bad at math. I can do like 80s math where it's like multiplication and addition. I can't do like modern day math where it's like, 5 to the second power and all that other bullshit. All the other unnecessary math that they teach you in high school that you don't even need. So, what do you have prepared for tonight? Nothing. I was actually going to talk about this fine specimen. Well, I'm not going to talk all about him, but I've been on this, like, I don't know. Everyone has their, like, thing that they like to watch on YouTube, whether it be body cam footage or camping or fucking vape reviews and shit. I like watching, like, street stuff, like homeless people, I don't know, like homeless people, drug addicts, and now this new thing, like hobos. I always thought a hobo was a homeless person, because my mom would always say, you look like a hobo, which I never really knew what that meant, but so I came across these train hopping channels where, they're dudes that hop on freight trains and just ride them out to wherever they're going. But these are older dudes. And this one guy, Shoestring HoBo, he's an older guy, got to be in his like fucking 60s, maybe 70s. I don't even know how the fuck he even gets on one of these trains. He's so goddamn old. But he just takes a camera with him and he does vlogs, him hopping on trains, doing his thing. It's like, it's the coolest thing. It's the most relaxing thing. But then after watching him, I obviously searched for other stuff, and I found this one dude called Sobi the Hobo, or Hobo Sobi. And the quick story about him, Shoestring lost I think he lost 3 fingers on his left hand. I think he's only got these 2 fingers, or he's only got these 2 fingers on his left hand. So anyways, I find this guy, and from what I've learned so far of him, he was in his late 20s, like 26, 27. He's dead now. He got hit by an Amtrak train. He wasn't hopping the train. He was actually crossing a bridge, and I guess his backpack got caught on to the Amtrak train and ended up pulling him and killing him. But this dude, I don't know what it is about his videos, but someone put almost a 3-hour long video of all his videos, and I sat here and watched it. And then there was another 2-hour Canadian edition where he goes to Canada and he train hops. And it's nothing fancy. There's no fancy camera work. There's no fancy audio. It's a fucking camcorder. And what makes it even better is, I think he's an alcoholic, or what should I say, was an alcoholic, because every time he gets off the train, he has to go to a gas station or a liquor store to buy either a 6-pack, a 12-pack. Like, he carries around beer with him. I don't know what it is about this dude, but if you guys have no life like me and you sit on YouTube all day, you got to look up this guy. Like, I'm gonna play like a little clip of this, just to give you guys an idea, like, what he is. This is not his channel. He still has a channel. It wasn't taken down, even though he passed away a while ago. But there's a bunch of other channels that kind of upload his stuff. So I want to play this really quick because it gives you an idea. When I first seen the dude, he's got money. Like, up here, judging by the intro of this video, he's got money.
Hello, my name is Jim Stody. I am here today to tell you about a new method of travel that is becoming more and more popular. Today's young and fashionable folk. Let me tell you a little about myself.
I'm assuming you can hear this.
Get to our main topic. I'm 27 years old, and my age, I've kind of come to a point where when I travel, I want to travel in style. I want to get there fast, and I want to feel very comfortable. And so therefore this new method is something I will now showcase to you. As you can see, I have an upscale apartment with a piano.
Look at his layout.
And generally chic atmosphere. My apartment has a 60s debonair feel to it. And my ride.
He's got a Jaguar?
At the minimum, it's very classic.
So the dude has a Jaguar, he has an apartment, he went to college, he knows how to talk. Man, but I think what makes his videos real comforting is he's using a camcorder to record everything. He's not using like a fancy ass camera or a cell phone. And camcorders are kind of like cassette tapes. Like when you listen to music, like, oh, in my opinion, music sounds its best on like cassette. Some may say record. I think cassette sounds good, but something about recording video on a camcorder always just seems delightful. But here's, I'm just going to play like a minute of some of the shit he does. And I don't know why I'm so fascinated by this dude. I just am. And we just lost what I was trying to do. Nice. Where the hell's my screen at? There it is. Thank you.
Remember, so here's the situation.
All right, so let's go.
53 containers. So it's Memorial Day weekend. Just like to pay my respects to all our fallen soldiers. And I think a good way to do that is to remain free. Denver National Western Complex. All the pens are empty. These are only full of animals in January, I'm pretty sure.
So since he's the only guy with the camera, and he does have nice front teeth, you're right.
To being out of Denver.
He does have a rack on him, but his teeth are nice. Like they're pretty white. But he hops the train. Like you don't really see him hop the train because he's the one holding the camera. But he did he traveled Canada and he had some guy with him to hold the camera. So that time you can actually see him hopping on the train and shit. But I don't know, he goes everywhere and I don't know, it's the weirdest thing, but it's something really fun to watch. It's really interesting. I've been watching this guy all fucking day long. It's kind of sad that he passed away. But I think the funniest part is when he stops off in all these towns and he's like, I have to go to the beer store. He calls it a beer store. Doesn't call it a liquor store. Calls it a beer store. And he always drinks Steel Reserve. Like the worst beer ever. Yeah, he died. Apparently he was doing... So to my understanding, the way he does this is every summer, every summer he goes out for, I think, a month or maybe 2 months. And he's on the train. He's hopping trains like 2 months long, recording all the footage. Then comes back home, edits everything, and then throws up videos the remaining months. But I guess he passed not hopping a train, but he was walking across a bridge, I guess, when he got off a train, and there was an Amtrak track right there, I guess, and it came around a corner and it snagged him and pulled him, and yeah. But kind of sad. But I want to get to one of the parts where he goes into the liquor stores, because it just seems like I don't know, I can't even explain. It's one of these things you just gotta watch. But it just seems like a regular old, well, he is a regular dude, but it's the best shit ever. It's like, Mark, what are you doing? Are we doing reviews of people? No, we're not.
Volunteer security patrol. I guess we've been 86 from this campsite here.
He just grabs a fucking big ass tall can wherever he goes. Sometimes he'll travel with a 30-pack.
And move down to the train yard.
Why are we not moving? What happened?
Interesting voyage planned.
Oh, my bad.
Episode.
We're frozen. Here we go. We're not frozen.
So you got this nice fountain.
Over here, there's been a lot of rail fans hanging out here, foamers, in the last couple hours. So
that's all he does.
Come to Fostoria. This is... for foamers, the rail fans.
Gratified.
I don't have to. It'll be 20 minutes until.
Well, what I want to do is get some more beer, but standing around here is not going to...
But yeah, that's pretty much it. We're not going to talk about this the whole time, but yeah, that's it's just hilarious that he only drinks beer. He drinks real shitty beer. Doesn't drink it, and he went to Canada, and he buys beer every time they get off the train. And I guess a 6-pack in Canada is like $14, and that's for shit beer. Holy fuck, is that expensive. He's not thin, so he obviously looked after himself. I mean, he's in shape. Like, I don't know, but I don't know. I just thought it was pretty interesting. No, he doesn't drink that shitty of a beer, Partha. Hams, I wouldn't consider beer. I would consider that probably like... I think that's what comes out of somebody after they drink beer. Like the stuff you piss out into the toilet, that is hams. But anything, he drinks like Miller High Life, and usually it seems like he likes to drink Steel Reserve, which is a strong, very cheap, shitty beer. But it's got like, you get the most alcohol for the money. I think it's like 8 or 9%. But the fact that he drinks beer and then still hops trains, and he'll stay on some of these trains for like 10 hours, just like sitting in the same fucking part for 10 hours straight. Pretty amazing videos. And there's a shit ton of them out there. I don't know how long he was doing it before he passed away, but I found it pretty interesting. And that's a wrap, folks. I wish it was. Hams is piss beer like Keystone Light. I've never tried... You know what? I've never tried Hams, and I've never tried Keystone. There's just certain beer that when I used to drink beer a lot, and no matter how broke I was, usually when I was broke, like the beer we would get would be Red Dog. Because Red Dog, you can get usually a 30-pack. Shit, it was like, what, $8.99, $9.99 back in the day? Either Red Dog or some of my friends would get Natural Ice. That shit was nothing but a headache beer. Natural Ice is, oh my god, I mean, it'd fuck you up, but you would have a headache and a hangover no matter what. Colt 45, never tried it, seen it all the time. I used to drink, I was on a little Rolling Rock binge. Have you ever had Rolling Rock before? It doesn't taste like beer at all. It almost tastes like seltzer water. It's really weird tasting. But it only lasted me like a month or two, and then I got off that kick because it was just too weird of a beer. My favorite, they even still make Rolling Rock, I wonder? I haven't. It's very unique tasting. I usually would just drink Miller Lite or Bud Light, like this, when it came to just like basic beer. But if like money was not an issue, usually like an IPA of some sort would be good. I bought some Steels when I was in Florida. Drink Backwoods Moonshine. Ooh. I've tried a little bit of moonshine. I think when Bachelor sent me some, hopefully that was moonshine. That shit was like drinking rubbing alcohol. But I think the best ever, and a lot of people could agree to this when you're young and when income is like, you know, very little income, the best, Mad Dog 2020. That shit came in 15 different flavors. It was always ice cold. I think they had 3 different bottle sizes. And one bottle, I mean, at least if you were a normal person, one bottle of that shit would fuck you up perfectly. I used to love the grape and the orange. I think it was like, was it orange cream? It was some kind of orange. I mean, it wasn't the best tasting, but for the price and for what you got, it was, I think, probably the best option. And when we're not talking about drugs, we're talking about alcohol. I'm kind of in the mood for a beer, too. Steel Reserve, that shit was so goddamn nasty, man. Oh, Maybe it was just too strong. That's what was so nasty. Orange Jubilee. There you go, Craig. Thank you. Damn, you must drink that shit on the regular if you can remember that. Yep, Orange Jubilee, Mad Dog 2020. The best. My drugs are rotten to the core. And, yeah. I think that's it. Pop it in the freezer for a few hours and it wasn't too bad. You know what I used to do? Well, I didn't do it for very long, but I found out one night in my 20s, I remember I put a can of, I don't know, Miller Lite or something in the freezer. I was at some chick's house. Forgot it was in there, pulled the can out. Can was frozen solid. So I popped the cap and I tried to pour it in a cup, and there was about that much liquid that came out of the can into the cup. But the can was still frozen solid. And I realized, well, that's probably alcohol because alcohol doesn't freeze. So I'm like, wouldn't it make sense that if you want to get fucked up the fastest, take a 6-pack of beer, put it in the freezer, let it freeze, and then pour whatever's not frozen into a cup, and that cup will fuck you up and save you from having to drink an entire 6-pack of liquid. Tried it once. It kind of worked, kind of didn't. But I thought I was onto something there when I found that out. Because, you know, when you're like dumb and drunk or dumb and high and you get these really cool ideas, you get so excited, like, oh my God. Will it not burst inside the freezer? I think if you leave it in there like overnight, it probably bursts. But I left it in there long enough to where it was frozen, but it didn't burst. But yeah, it would burst. If it's in a can, it definitely would burst. Mickey's Big Mouth was another beer. I was never a fan of that, of Mickey's. I don't know why. I just never really did it for me. We used to buy a case of Ice House. Yes. Oh, God, another horrible beer for $9.99 in Guantanamo Bay, Cuba. My favorite beer is Budweiser, to be honest. When I was a teenager, we used to... I lost it. Buy Red, White, and Blue. I never heard of Red, White, and Blue. But, man, Ice House, that was another beer. It seemed like it was, what was it? It was like Red Dog, Ice House, Milwaukee's Best, Natural Ice, and I think Old Style. They all came in a 30-pack, and they were all like $9.99. So you had like the selection of those 5 beers if you were limited on money, but you wanted the most, you know, the most for the money. Mr. Chuck, thank you, sir, for that very unusual amount of a donation. I'm assuming you probably just scraped the bank account. $7.63 in case you needed an odd amount of money. Thank you, sir. $7.63. Does that represent something? Mark drinks Bud Light now. You know, I really enjoyed Bud Light Lime. I mean, that was like, I think right when I didn't stop drinking, but right when I kind of toned it down, Bud Light Lime was the best. I don't care what anyone says, Bud Light Lime is the shit. It's damn good. If we're talking just normal beer, like regular old beer, nothing fancy, Bud Light Lime is good. Red Dog, though, was... Oof. Miller Lite usually... Ugh. I mean, Miller Lite is probably the beer that I drink the most, but... Thank you, Chuck, for another evil donation. This time dropping the big 666, and he says, Iron Maiden rules. I haven't listened to fucking Iron Maiden in... God knows how long. Iron Maiden is pretty badass, though. The guitar players in Iron Maiden are pretty cool. Nothing Norm about you. There he goes. He's late as always. Mr. Robert Skrelly. Robert, what was your beer of choice when you were in your 20s? Old English. Holy Jesus. Dude, that shit give me fucking diarrhea. God damn. Ooh. My ass caught fire drinking Drinking Bookers at a campfire. What the fuck are Bookers? Drinking Bookers. Heineken? Ugh. You know, there's a new Heineken out. Johnny sent me a picture of it. Maybe some of the beer aficionados out there would actually try this before. He said it tastes nothing like Heineken. And it's called Heineken Silver. Maybe it's like a new, like, woke version of Heineken. Where we at? We on camera? There we go. Heineken Silver. Not a Heineken fan. My buddy is. To me, it smells like shitty weed, or cat pee. Well, not really cat pee, but kind of like cat pee. Like cat pee and weed mixed together. I started drinking OE after watching Boys in the Hood. I think, you know what we did? Was it Boys in the Hood or was it Friday? It was one of those movies. I forgot which one it was. But there was a scene where or maybe it was one of the videos, one of the Ice Cube videos. But there was a scene where he was pouring a 40 ounce into something he was frying or cooking on the stove. And I remember way back in the day when me and my friends, we were drinking, drunk, broke, and all we had in the house was macaroni and cheese. So we made mac and cheese, but instead of using milk or water to mix with the powder, we decided to use beer from our 40 ounce. And let me tell you, that did not work out right, because it came out tasting like absolute shit. Don't ever use beer to make pasta. Doesn't work. Speaking of beer, Happy Hippie's in the house. Thank you, sir, for that donation. And he says, Mark, sorry I'm late. Hippie makes his own beer, apparently. He doesn't, I don't know if he drinks the, like, you know, the normal beer. He makes his own shit. I don't know if it's any good or not, but he probably puts a little bit of a date rape pill in there and gives his beer to women. I guarantee it. Coors Banquet. Oh, wait. Dude, Coors Light. How can I forget that? That was the beer I drank a lot of the time, too. Coors Light. I think it was more because the cans, like, they would turn blue when they were cold and the mountains would turn color. I don't know why that was so exciting for me, but it was something exciting. All right, now that we're talking about beer and trains, I have some Coors in the fridge right now. I've never tried regular Coors. I've tried Coors. I've drank Coors Light many times, but never tried regular Coors. I think to me, the worst beer on the planet, and everyone is going to probably disagree when I say this, but the worst beer, I think, I don't even consider it a beer, would be Guinness. That shit is disgusting. I only had a shot glass full of Heineken. Or not Heineken, of that shit, and oof, never again. Like, pour a little bit of that Guinness in a shot glass. Let me try it. And it tasted like someone mixed alcohol with a really shitty coffee. Now, having Guinness with a car bomb, which is what? Guinness and some other liquor and some other shit, is not bad. But just Guinness itself is disgusting. Instantly, you lost Irish fans. I love the Irish. I'm Irish. But I just hate the beer. I'm sorry to the 500,000 Irish viewers that we have watching right now. Stella is really good. Stella's really good. Blue Moon's not bad either. But Stella is definitely really good. I think Stella, is that an Italian beer, I think? I think it's Italian. I could be wrong, though. The Polak beer is really good, too. What is it called? Like Zitsky or some shit like that? I forgot. You could tell it. Like, when you were looking at the beer, you could tell which one's the Polish beer. Austrian, isn't it? Is it Austrian? I thought it was Italian, but then again, I am probably a hair bit Polish. Belgium Stella. Do you, or was I thinking of Victoria? It might have been Victoria. Which one is it Victoria or Stella that I drink? I gotta look at the label. Might have been Victoria. Is Victoria the Italian one? I can't remember. Now I want a beer. You know what? Let me call my maid.
What?
Are you busy?
I'm making dinner.
Can you bring me down a beer and a glass?
Oh my god. Sure.
Thank you. If she brings down a plastic cup, I'm going to kill her. Only Angela would drink beer out of a plastic cup or a styrofoam cup. Watch her bring down a coffee cup. All this beer talk, I need to have a beer. If Mark starts drinking again, this is going to get ugly. I'm only drinking one. I'm not drinking all of them. I bought a 6-pack for times like these. Peroni, is it? Maybe it was Peroni then. I'm getting them all confused. Old style with grenadine mixed into it is delicious. Cherry grenadine. That shit. You better have a glass cup and not a plastic cup. You got a plastic cup, don't you?
I'm not a fucking savage.
Oh, that's a little big, isn't it?
No, it's a beer cup.
I'll take it. Thank you. We're talking beer, so we're going to have beer. And then we're talking drugs, so I'm going to need some drugs, too.
Yeah,
get back.
drink your beer.
Thank you. What do you want?
I want to watch.
Watch me what?
Drink a beer.
Goodbye. This is I don't know if this is a new one, but the zombie dust I love, but this is a zombie ice. Ooh. So I think it's the same as zombie dust. It's just stronger, maybe cold brewed. But zombie dust and anti-hero. Woo, really good. This is a big ass cup, man. I didn't want like a big ass. This is like a grandpa mug. Grandpa, is that you? Are you drinking? This is not alcohol, folks. This is a energy drink. Look at that professional pour. Look at that. Do you see a head on that shit? Because I sure don't. Cocksuckers. All right, now that we're sitting here drinking, this is an energy drink, by the way, folks. This is not alcohol. Can you drink alcohol on YouTube? I think you can. Yeah, you can. Cheers, Partha. That tastes exactly like zombie dust. Doesn't taste any stronger. It tastes the exact same. Chug it. What are you, nuts? I can't chug this fucking... This shit's too strong to chug. I'll shit all over my chair. Would you like to have... Zombie dust and Gumball Head are freaking yummy. I think I tried Gumball Head. I don't remember. I tried one before that actually had... What are they called? Hops? That actually had a hop in the beer, I think. I'm pretty sure there was a hop in the beer. And that shit was a little too hoppy for me. Now vape into the glass. Ooh, good idea. You're smart there, Fawn. Thank you. Ooh, that's cold. Yummy. What's that thing that people used to do on Instagram? Wait, can we do it here? Hold on. I have no idea how to do it. Let me see if I can do it though. What was it? Like the tornado or some shit? I can't do it. Did I do it? Did it work? No, it didn't work. You guys know what I'm talking about, don't you? Don't be laughing at my goddamn old man stickers. Those are high end. $3 stickers on a fucking $100 keyboard. It didn't work. Son of a bitch. Hold on. Ooh, yeah. It's starting early. Do we have anything else exciting? We do not. People can see it from the space, Mark. What the fuck are you talking about? Speaking of tornado, how was the situation? So we got all these warnings on our phone. There were, I think there were a few towns that got hit by a tornado, but where I'm at, it was just raining really hard. No tornadoes, though. No tornado action in this location. Thank God for that. But only rained for like a little while. Sky got kind of dark. What it was, the temperature, dude, it dropped to like 60 degrees when it was typically like high 80s. Then it just dropped to 60. That's when you know, like, oh shit, something's going to hit. But we got lucky. No tornadoes, no flooding. Keep knocking on wood. Thank you. I had something to ask you guys, too. I forgot what it was. Son of a bitch. I said, let me ask these fine folks because they would probably know. But I forgot what it was. I'll remember it, hopefully. It stormed out by you, Gary? Yeah, I heard it stormed. Where was the tornado at? Was it Aurora or somewhere? It was somewhere. It was on the news. It actually tore some houses down. You should get a beer shirt with your logo. I'm not a huge beer drinker. I don't know. Like, this, it's the weirdest thing. It just, like, one day I just kind of just like, I really don't feel like drinking beer that much anymore. Or drinking in general. I don't know if it's just because, I don't know. Even more so, probably moving. When we moved here, like, for some weird reason, I feel like I have some sort of responsibility. So I feel like if I'm drinking or doing any type of drugs, that I'll get to, because when I drink to get drunk. I don't fucking sit on the couch like I need a beer and just sit there and have a beer like I'm doing now. Like, I typically only drink to get drunk. That's why I would only usually drink either on a Friday or a Saturday. I only usually drink one day a week. I never drank during the week because it was just too boring. But once that Friday or that Saturday hit, it'd be like, all right, let's get a case, let's get a fucking bottle, and shit would always hit the fan. But now it's like, I don't know, I just feel like there's too much. I feel like there's too much shit going on. There's too much shit on the line to not have control of something. And when I drank, I had zero control of anything. Not that I was an alcoholic, because I only drink. I don't think you could be an alcoholic and only drink one day out of the week. If you can, then what is that, like a part-time alcoholic? But just that one day. But that one day was always a real fun day. Usually involved alcohol, sometimes some drugs, and who knows what else at the end of the night. But recently, like occasionally now, I'll have a beer on the weekends, or if I go out to eat or something, I'll have a beer. Unlike, I'm not like Terry, where I, drink a whole case and I'm ready to go to the bar. Alcoholism is a mindset. So it's like a mind thing. Well, I can't really speak on that because I've never been that heavy into alcohol, so I can't really comment or not comment, but 5 days. See, I don't see how people, once you drink, like once I would drink like a Saturday night, like I would drink hard, I noticed as the years went on, like when I was in my late 20s and then 30s, like I would have a hangover the next day for maybe 2 hours. The key to getting rid of my hangovers, I know everyone's different, is right before I went to bed, if I was able to remember, I would take 2 aspirin. Then when I wake up, I would slam as much Gatorade as possible. Like drink shit tons of Gatorade in the morning, and that would usually get rid of my hangover. But as the years went on, that 2-hour hangover turned into a 5-hour hangover, then turned into a 12-hour hangover. And then it was like, before I knew it, these hangovers were lasting me like 3 days. Like the first day of the hangover was mainly physical. Then the second day of the hangover was all mental. Like I was mentally like depressed. I'm like, fuck, this is horrible. And usually by the third day is when I finally got back into being normal, or what I consider myself to be normal. And that would fucking suck. So the older, I mean, you guys obviously know that. The older you get, the longer the fucking hangovers are. I used to drink 5 Jack Daniel bottles a day. Holy Jesus Christ. Yeah, me and my buddy, we got hooked on, I remember when Honey Jack Daniels came out, we would get a 5th of Honey Jack every weekend, drink it, and my whole week I would collect the bottles, and we had a shit ton of them. That was the only Jack Daniels I would be able to tolerate. But I was more of like tequila, mainly tequila. I don't like whiskey or any of that shit. I was usually tequila or maybe vodka if it's mixed with like Red Bull or some shit. Mindsets can make you go into a seizure and die from not having it. So if you're that bad of an alcoholic and you just, well, I'm assuming that's like with anything though. Like if you drink that hard and that long, if you just stop immediately, that can really fuck you up. I'm assuming you got to probably slow it down and then stop. Tequila, the love you in a bottle drink. Tequila usually would start off with "I love you." I never had a. What's a tequila slammer? Italian subs were my cure for hangovers. What the hell would an Italian sub do for a hangover? That's weird. Alcohol withdrawal is hell. Trust me, I can imagine. That's got to be a real fucking hell. My sister-in-law died at 48 of alcoholism. I never saw her drunk. My entire like my side of my family, except for my mom and dad, they never drank. But all my dad's brothers, all alcoholics, and 3 of them died from drinking. One was laying in his bedroom for 3 to 4 days, dead until his wife found him. Because he drank so much that him and his wife would always get into arguments. So I guess one day, when he didn't come out of his bedroom, she just figured, all right, he's just being a drunk asshole. Fuck him. So then I guess 1, 2, 3 days in, she finally goes into the bedroom like, holy shit, he's dead. And then, yeah, I think I'm pretty sure it was 3 of my uncles died from drinking. And then my grandfather died from it. I'm not sure. But my parents never drank, which is kind of weird, I guess. If you hate beer, drink hams. Ugh. Just the name alone, hams. Like, if you're going to come out with a shitty product, I think, like, when it comes to, like, generic food and, like, lower quality beer, just the name itself is what fucks shit up. Like, if you go to a store and you buy generic cereal and it's called Fruit Rings, just the name is like, it just doesn't sound right. Why, if you're going to make a generic food or cereal, at least give it a half-decent name. And, I don't know, it just, every time you see, like, a generic food, it's always the name that really throws it off. I think if the shit had like a halfway decent name to it, and it wasn't called like fruit rings or chocolate balls or some shit, it might sell a little better. Same thing with beer. Like hams. Like, what the fuck is a ham? Glass of 7-Up, shot glass full of... Wait. Glass of 7-Up, drop a shot glass full of tequila in it, put a hand over the top of the glass, and slam it down to make it fizz, and then down it all at once. Oh, man, that sounds like fucking... That sounds good as hell. That's kind of like the Irish car bomb thing. What is the Irish car bomb? It's... I think it's a cup of Guinness, not a full cup, and then you drop a shot glass of Jameson in it, and then it starts to foam like out of control, and you gotta like slam it before it starts to foam everywhere. I think those are the 2 ingredients. There might be 3 in there. Alcoholism is a state of mind which compels you to drink, and other voices, and yes, I know it, can get that bad. I was hit, then ran over by a drunk driver in my yard when I was... Oh, goddamn. That's pretty fucked up, Ray. My sister-in-law drank wine in the end, died alone in a hospital during COVID. They wouldn't let my brother-in-law with her. Yep, the whole C thing, man, they didn't let nobody in. And like wine is a whole... I got drunk off wine maybe once or twice, but I remember the first time I got drunk off wine, I was at a restaurant, or actually it was my grandfather's funeral. What is it called when you had like the dinner after the funeral? I don't know, dinner. And it was like free wine. And a wine drunk is so different from like a beer drunk. I remember drinking that shit, and I was drunk. I'm like, man, wine is the best thing ever. I'm only going to drink wine from now on. I felt so happy, but yeah, that didn't last. The wake. There we go. Thank you. The wake. Why do they call it the wake? Like, it's like you're waking the body up. Hangover's different too. Yep, I don't think I remember the Hangover, because this was like 22, 23, somewhere around there. But I just remember the wine drunk was just so happy. And plus, wine is another reason for... I think wine, it gives women like the reason to drink and not really consider themselves alcoholics, maybe? I don't know. I always thought that. I always thought people that drank wine, that would buy it in like the wine boxes or those big gallon jugs, would be like their way of saying that, yeah, I drink wine, but I'm not an alcoholic because it's only wine. But when you're taking down fucking 2 boxes of wine a day... Thank you, Mr. Batchelor, for that lovely donation. He says, Dublin wine is the Carolina's best. I had known nothing about wine. I remember me and Angela, we were going to try to start this was like probably a year or 2 ago. We were going to try the whole wine thing. Like, why don't we start having a glass of wine with dinner? We wanted to try to be like high end. So we went to the store. We had no clue what the hell we're looking for. She picked out a bottle, I picked out a bottle, and it never happened. But, needless to say, Angela did finish off the 2 bottles of wine, and at least they got used. Never had a martini. That's one thing I've never had gin either. If you buy a 30-pack of hams, free flip phone. Oh, that's a hell of a deal. Long Island iced tea. As long as they make it right, oh, it's the best. And they can fuck you up good. I'm back. Take it from the top. All right. You would like it from the top, wouldn't you, Angel? Try Dublin. I know we have a pizza place called Durbin's, kind of close to Dublin. Dublin, Durban? Dublin, Durban? Maybe, maybe not. What's up, Atomizer? Mai Tai with 151. Ooh, never tried a Mai Tai. 151. Never tried it. The flame-proof cap that's on the top of it kind of scared me off from ever wanting to try that shit. When a bottle has a flame-proof cap, it's like, all right, yep, that's too strong for me. I have, however, tried... I've taken a shot of Wild Turkey. I think that's... I don't know if it's the strongest liquor that you can legally buy, but I remember one time I was trying to find the strongest alcohol at a liquor store. I'm like, what's the strongest shit that I can find in this place? And I think it was Wild Turkey, and that shit is disgusting. Holy shit. I drink fancy wine with the screw cap. You are pretty fancy. You're drinking Wild Turkey right now, Ed? Tell me you're joking. There's people out there that actually willingly drink that shit. Everclear is the strongest I know of. Yeah, but you can't buy Everclear legally in the States, I don't think. Because I'm pretty certain you can't. And all that fake moonshine they sell at the liquor stores is all just that, fake. So Ed Barkley is now drinking Wild Turkey. Holy Jesus. I guess you got to drink something to watch this goddamn hour long of complete something. I make hash oil with it. What? Hash oil. Do you rub the hash oil on your skin? Where the fuck do you buy Everclear at? You can't buy that shit. I don't know, you can't buy that. Or if you... Is that legal to buy? Or maybe in some states it's not? I always thought you couldn't buy it, but maybe... Canada land, it's legal. Nevada... A liquor store... No liquor stores out here you can buy Everclear, unless it's like a fake Everclear. Like it just has that Everclear name on it, but it's not the real deal. Everclear was banned in Chicago because they use it to cook crack. Oh, well, there you go. The only one alcohol that I've never tried that I still, to this day, would try if someone pulled it out, but once again, it's another liquor that apparently is illegal. What's the shit that apparently gets you like, not high, but gives you a little bit of a trip? Starts with an A. It's supposed to be a little psychedelic. There we go. Whatever the hell, how you say it. Abstinine. Absinthe. Absinthe. However you say it. Has anyone tried that? And does it actually do anything other than get you drunk? Like, is there any kind of weird psychedelic green fairy juice? Yeah, it is green, I think. If I'm not mistaken. Absinthe. Okay, there you go. It's easy to pronounce it like that. Thank you there, Late Night. The Late Night Show! I was going to say vape show, but I didn't say it. You can get it now at the liquor store. What? They can't. I'm going to Google this because I don't believe anybody in this chat. Yeah, but is it the real thing, or is it like if you go to the liquor store, there's bottles and little glass jars of moonshine, but it's not real moonshine, obviously. It's like just the fake, like, hey, look at me, I'm moonshine, but it's not real. Legal in U.S. Abstin whatever was originally banned in the U.S. in 1912, as well as in several European countries around the same time. In 2007, it was legalized in the U.S. with regulation in regards to the use of thujone, whatever the hell thujone is. I'm assuming it's one of the ingredients that fuck you up. Yes, so it is legal. Okay. But I guess they take out one of the main ingredients that Fuck you up, maybe? It is real moonshine. They just pay the tax on it and have their... I bought... It was like a mason jar at the liquor store. It said moonshine, like peach moonshine or some shit. And we drank it, and it didn't seem nothing like the moonshine I had that Bachelor sent. It just seemed like regular hard flavored alcohol. We watched your review of the Poolside on Tank. Who the hell are you talking to? Ooh, I just shit my pants. Moonshine is not made in a distillery. I don't know. YouTube's going to give you a strike for disinformation. This show is a non-factual show. I'm low on juice. Here, you want some vaping content? I got something for you. Here you go. You guys can watch me fill my tank. So, for those out there that do not know how to fill their GT4, you want to start by closing off the juice flow. Now, if you wick up your GT4 a bit on the tighter side with a bit more cotton, you can sometimes get away with filling it and not closing off the juice flow control. Once it's closed off, go ahead and spin off that cap that has a million threads on it. Then you can go ahead and grab your juice of choice, and you should probably have it ready before you do that, so that way you're not leaking out. Today's juice of choice happens... What camera am I on? Wow, am I buzzed already? There's no way. I didn't even fucking finish this glass. Is this 12 milligram? Oh, shit, wrong one. Where's the 6 milligram at? Oh, there it is. Wow, I haven't even finished that cup yet, and I'm already fucking buzzed. All right, so to fill it up, you want to insert the tip into the hole. Now, don't put it in the center hole, because you'll just have a big mess on your hands. And then give her a squeeze. Now, we're going to go off camera for a second so I can visualize how much juice I'm putting into this beauty. There we go. Keep pumping. Keep pumping. Ah, we're good. Here we go. Now, take your cap and return it. Lefty-loosey, righty-tighty. Screw her down. Don't forget to open up that juice flow, because if you forget, you're going to get a nasty burn hit after about the third or fourth vape. And then once it's filled, you're ready to start enjoying your vape device again. Are you happy? Let's make sure that this is the 6 milligram one, and it is. Yes, there we go. Delicious Grandmaster. I believe this is 5 Pawns peanut butter-ish liquid, which I guess it has a little bit of a hint of peanut. Maybe not so much peanut butter, but the two best ones, in my opinion, from 5 Pawns has to be Grandmaster and the whatchamacallit, whatever the hell it's called. Castle Long, there we go. Better get a battery. Now, I just changed the battery on this. This is a Dicodes mod, and I can tell you right now that my battery, no matter if I put a battery that's fresh from the charger or not, it's always never at full. Let me show you an example. Please hold, folks. Please hold for this brief announcement. Ladies and gentlemen, have you ever seen... Let's try not to use the word penis at all during this entire live stream. Okay, so here we are. Fresh battery. Off the charge. I swear to you, all my Dicodes mods, like, either their, like, battery monitoring is so precise or so fucked up, or my batteries are complete junk that I never have a full battery when I put my batteries into a Dicodes mod. So this battery would normally read full on any other mod. There we go. There she blows, mate. Ooh, yeah. Mark's drunk. He's definitely doing the gay test after the show. So, speaking of the gay test we talked about last week, I won't get into it too much, but I have not tried it yet. Therefore, I'm not 100% certain if I am a... You know what I'm saying? There we go. My BMM Burrow mod should be here tomorrow. What are you trying to up me or something? Is that the what the hell does that say? Vidarvier Verve? What does it say in this cup? Can someone read that, please? Something, 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 something. I don't know. Speaking of high end, I haven't even really vaped on this fucking Falcon tank. Not that it's not good. It's really super good, but I just can't believe how I'm so not into sub-ohm tanks anymore. Hold on, let's see if we could do... We're going to try to do each corner of the mouth and each nostril at the same time. It's getting really hot in here for some reason. Oh, no. Oh. God damn. Oh. Yep. That's got too much vapor. That just shows you that I haven't vaped a sub-ohm tank in that long. Holy shit, that's too much vapor. Oh. God damn. Woo. No more sub-ohm tanks for me. Holy fuck. Boom. God damn. Thank you. What are we enjoying this evening? Well, folks, can we get a little bit more light on this, please? This is a new e-liquid. Ba-da-bum. Ooh, zombie, I'm scared. Woo! What do we got here? Anything? What does it say? Speak to me. Crafted with an unholy amount of citra hops? What? This double undead pale ale something 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 somebody something something somebody. Interesting. How much alcohol is in this thing? We know? Focus, you fucking shitbox. Does it say? I thought it said it. Oh, it's got a lot in there because I could feel it. I'll be prowling Fagan's bathroom window tomorrow when I get my drone. Well, I have a frosted... We're high-end over here. We have a frosted bathroom window. So you can't see me and I can't see you. You have a frosted window? Yes. I love frosted windows. What are we doing? I'm not sure exactly. What are you doing? Try the frozen 7-Up I mentioned. It seems to bring out a nuance of flavor from pouring the wild turkey on top. You get a nice sip going down and slowly release the 7-Up as it's thawing. 7-Up and wild turkey. Oof. Sounds like a night of diarrhea and heartache. Mark, poke some holes in that can and smoke some weed. Damn, I haven't smoked one of those homemade bowls since I was in my teens. I remember I had one buddy. If it wasn't cans, it was an apple. He would always make an apple bowl or whatever. He'd core out like, I forget how he did it, but he'd take an apple, turn it into a fucking bowl. Like, we were some... That, and 95% of the time, whenever we smoked weed, when I was late teens or whatever, it was always a foil bowl. Your friends come over, hey man, got any foil? Got any foil? Hey, you got any foil? And now, when you know how, horrible that shit was to sit there and light up foil and inhale it, but you roll the foil up with the pen and then do the little slight bend. That and using the nasty-ass, dirty-ass screens from your kitchen faucet for your bowl. Or I remember many times going to the hardware store and just picking out all the little copper pieces to make your perfect bowl. Like, check out this bowl I made, man. It looks so cool, but it was... I think it was brass, not copper. But smoking that with a lighter, woo, talk about killing your lungs. Holy shit. But if you go in someone's house, and if you use their faucets and you realize that the water just shot out everywhere in every room of the house, like the bathroom faucet, the kitchen faucet, you knew somebody in that house was a pothead. Like, why are all the faucets fucked up? Like, you can't go to the fucking head shop and buy a bag of screens for $2. You got to steal the disgusting-ass screens from the faucet. I smell dookie. Ed's trying to get me drunk and take advantage of me. Da-da-da-da-da. I say you were acting confused tonight, but then again, it's you, I guess. You're kind of always in a daze. I'm never in a daze, Kevin. Caveman Frey. I'm pretty spot on. I'm on point. Oh, shit. Did I just miss a donation? I'm sorry. I'm a douchebag. Yorgo, thank you, sir, for that lovely donation of the evening. And I kind of missed it, but I've seen it. He says, first donation didn't go through. Here's a second attempt. Took $5 off for making me do this again. Thank you, sir. That is so nice of you. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. And Ed says that I'm not his type. I'm a little offended by that, Ed. What, are my tits not big enough? Burnt Vaseline. What the fuck does burnt Vaseline smell like? Burnt Vaseline. So the, oh no, dinner's done. The vlogs are slowly, we're going to be vlogging the Polish Pierogi Fest, which it's not lame. There's a lot of half-naked Polish women there, so it should be kind of exciting to watch. And then we're vlogging the Renaissance Fair. That will be fun because there's always half-naked women there. So it should be good. Probably smells like someone getting a feverish pounding. Ooh. No, my cat smells pretty good. It doesn't smell like a shitty diaper. Like, I'm not going to talk about different... You know what? We're not even going to go down that rabbit hole because... I mean, I know this channel is pretty much going down the tube, but I'll talk about dicks any day of the week over farts. Don't tempt me for another beer. I'll be here till midnight, fucking live, fucking calling people out, talking shit, and before I know it, I'm drunk off... How many beers are upstairs? There's 4 left. So that's what I really do enjoy about not drinking really much, is that you get a nice buzz off 1 or 2 beers. Doesn't take a 6-pack or a 12-pack. Oh, here we go. What the fuck is that?
Chicken nuggets and french fries?
I thought you said you were making...
I changed my mind.
You're trying to kill me, aren't you? You just do this because I'm live and you want people to make fun of me?
No. Marcus wanted homemade french fries. And those are your favorite chicken nuggets, so shut up.
They're not dino nuggets, though. They're just regular round
You don't
ones.
even like dino nuggets.
I know, I hate them. Mmm. Dude, these french fries are soggy as shit. Are these real? Oh, they're real. Mmm. I love Angela. And I love her cooking. But she has this one problem. She does not know how to cook potatoes. Like, I mean, she knows how to, like, make the potatoes, like mashed potatoes or scalloped or french fries, but they're 80% of the time, they're never fully done. And you can always tell because when you bite into a potato and there's an ever so slight crunch in the middle, you're like, it's not completely done. And usually what I do, here's a little tip for you guys out there. If your wife makes dinner and you don't want to make her feel bad about her cooking being bad or whatever she made that night's horrible, put it off to the side and wait till she either goes to bed or goes to the bathroom or takes the dog out. When she's not looking, take that food and dump it quick. If you dump it in the garbage can and you don't put anything on top of it, she's going to notice it. So your best chance is either to flush it, and you could flush any kind of food because, I mean, you practically take big logs and flush them, so you could flush food. Or if you put it in the garbage, make sure you put something pretty big on top. Don't just scrape your plate off into the garbage can because you'll be caught instantly. I usually keep my plate down here until she goes to bed or takes Roger out. Run upstairs, put that plate. I open the garbage can, I push the garbage to the side, and I put the plate like down along the side. She's like, "Did you like it?" I loved it. No, I didn't give Roger. If you give Roger a piece of lettuce, that motherfucker will start shitting water out of his ass. Yet again, I didn't mention this. Well, it happened Tuesday. Don't know what he ate, what he got into, but he's been shitting. I'm talking like real diarrhea. Not like soft shit. I'm talking brown liquid that comes out of your asshole. Like when you shit, it leaves a shit puddle on the floor. He's been shitting like that since Sunday. We had to take him to the vet on, I think, Tuesday it was. Or Angela took him to the vet. Gave him like, that motherfucker is at the vet, I'm telling you, every month. He's on like probiotics and some other shit. We've been feeding that little bastard. We've been mixing white rice with his food. But he got into something because he went from like taking normal dog shits to like leaving puddles of shit. Like, whoa. That dog is so fucking sensitive, man. He gets the wrong thing, a fucking piece of popcorn, and he's fucking shitting all over the house. We got fucked getting that dog, man. They seen us coming. I said, "Oh shit! Get the retarded dog in the back. Bring him out." Yep, that motherfucker's had more problems than any dog I've had put together. I'm just waiting for the day for Angela to say, "You know what? We can get rid of him. Let's get a cat." Like, yes. Because a cat, they'll just go and leave you alone. And they usually will go in the litter box unless you piss them off. Then they'll piss in your shoe, but the dog sounds like he's sensitive. All the dog is, who's sensitive? Me or the dog? Thank you, Mr. Chuck, for that beautiful donation of the evening. He says, I hate to say I told you so. Oh, wait. No, I don't. Well, the problem is we had a bulldog before this, and Haley had no problems at all. Other than the typical little eye thing, whatever it's called, that bulldogs get. But other than that, and aside from dying in a very weird way, that dog never had any problems. And people would always say, oh, I love your bulldog, but we won't get one because they just have way too many health problems. And we're like, health problems? What are you talking about? We never had any problems with this dog. But now, after getting Roger, we see what fucking bulldogs, what these people are talking about. Don't ever fucking buy a bulldog. Hell no. Do not, even if someone is giving you a dog. Like, hey, you want a little cute bulldog? Nope, sure don't. Don't do it. Unless you got money to burn. The lesson learned tonight is do not buy a bulldog. Have a good night, Craig. What time is it? Are we like way over our... Holy fuck. Is it 8:30 or 9:30? Oh, 8:30. 2 minutes to 8:30. We can do this for 2 minutes, I think, right? Yeah. I like to dance when I eat for some reason. I don't know why. Yes, I'm turning my I don't know, like I'm pretty sure there's the reason behind it, but whenever I drink, like my first drink, my face gets scalding hot. I don't know, I'm assuming it's probably a blood pressure thing or something, who knows, but like just really hot. Usually once I get, a few drinks in, that kind of goes away, but that first one is always later, Brian, not enjoyable whatsoever. Or maybe because I'm fat. Could be because you're fat. Could be my blood pressure has actually been pretty good lately. So, anywho, I got a bourbon bacon ketchup from a place called Cleveland Ketchup. That shit is life-changing good. Bourbon bacon ketchup. That sounds good. I gotta look that shit up. I love a good ketchup. I think the best ketchup is what ketchup do I make Angela buy? Not the Heinz shit or whatever. Oh God, what should we call it? Something Gold. God damn it! What's the name of the goddamn ketchup I love? Oh, dude, I'm getting old. I gotta start drinking again or something. Something Gold. Is it not? I want to say Rose Gold, but it's not Rose Gold. What the fuck is the name of the ketchup? I gotta look, because now it's gonna bother me. It's on the tip of my tongue. Oh, there it is. Thank God. Red Gold. Oh, so slow. Thank you, Jack. Red Gold is the best. It's not any more expensive than regular ketchup. It's not like a fancy ketchup or anything. It's just a different brand of ketchup. But it's a bit sweeter than regular ketchup. Why are we talking about ketchup? Are we going this route? Wow. My lives have gone from informative vaping products down to drinking beer and eating chicken nuggets and talking about ketchup. Folks, there is a dark hole and I am going down it. Tell Angela to bring you another beer. Ed, stop trying to take advantage of me. I'll definitely finish those 4 beers tomorrow during the show. Oh, yes, I will. And maybe Angela cannot have a White Claw for once and let me drink my White Claws. Dementia. Is that what I think that's what I'm getting. Like, I seriously do think I'm getting that. Either that or vaping's destroying my brain. One of the two. I don't vape disposables all that much. I have my drawer right here where I keep like really good disposables that I like. So just in case I do want to take a disposable out. So these are like the ones that are extremely good. This is a pod system. That fodder one, fucking outstanding disposable. What are ones that I keep? Is that it? All other pod systems. So yeah. So far, out of all the... oh, this one too, I think, right? Is that what is this? Oh, that's a pod. Here we go. Bam. Bam. Delicious. You have popcorn brain. Obviously, Joe. Because we all know vaping causes popcorn lung and popcorn brain. So if you dodge popcorn lung, you'll more than likely get popcorn brain. What happens during... What are the symptoms of popcorn brain? Well, you're forgetful. You run at the mouth. You talk about penises a lot. And... I don't know. Those are the three main symptoms. I have a caramel corn lung. Ooh, that sounds delicious, actually. Can I get a taste of that? Delicious. I drowned in the shower. Oh, sorry to hear that. Drowned in a fucking... It's possible, I guess. Anything's possible with Chuck. Wouldn't you like to be a pepper too? I like popcorn, but not penis. What if they had penis-flavored popcorn? How would you feel about that, Nathan? I saw the review, Mark. Look like an interesting disposable. You should have dissected this one as well to see how much, you know, that was. So I would have. The problem is when I do that, usually the companies don't like when I do it. So it's like, do you do it and piss the company off and never... It really depends on the company. Some companies, they don't get mad at you for doing shit like that and like saying, oh, this, you know, some companies are pretty cool about it. Other companies, for instance, like Wotofo, woo-hoo, no. Does that one hold 22 mils of liquid? I could probably just look at it and tell you probably not. But my relationship with companies have been kind of dwindling down lately. So I'm like, yeah, I don't think I'm going to pull this one apart. But I don't know. It's pretty big. It's a pretty big disposable. Can we compare it next to something? Sure. Compare it next to your iPhone. That doesn't do anything for me. Compare it next to a 21700. And speaking of China, there's China right there. So it's pretty big. It probably holds a good amount. 22, I don't know. But we've all learned over, I think a lot of us have learned ever since like the sub-ohm tank craze when it happened, that China measures capacity of a tank or of a device without anything inside of it. Because that's what a majority of the sub-ohm tanks, the capacity is measured without the coil inside. So more than likely China measures these things 99% of the time without anything inside them. But my whole thing is like, I'm always curious, and I can't really test this theory because I don't vape disposables that much. But when I compare all these different disposables that I've done with the puff count and the capacity, the numbers are like all over the place. Like one company will say, oh yeah, our device has 10 mils of liquid with, 5,000 puffs. And another company will say, oh, our device has 12 mils of liquid with 40,000 puffs. None of it adds up at all. And I wonder where the hell did they get these numbers at? Did they just make them up out of thin air? Because I doubt there's somebody sitting there puffing on these things 10,000 times to get that count. But if you look at all the different disposables, let's see what China wants. Oh. Hello. Mimo has quit her job, and I will be in charge of future work. Our new product, the AQ, has been promoted, and Geek Vape will be product short supply. Will contact you. Okay, so, man, all these people are quitting. This is the third person that has quit. Well, probably even more. Who knows? But the third person I know of that quit Geek Vape. Oh, interesting. Okay. Usually I'll get emails or whatever from companies saying, "Oh yeah, such and such has quit or left. I'm going to be your new blah 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 and blah 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 blah." Count puffs for a small amount and just scale upwards.
Motion detected at your front door.
Shut up! I'm fucking doing a live broadcast on Netflix. I'm not sure what you mean by that, Ezra. Count puffs for a small amount and just scale upwards. All based on... So you mean they take like a half a mil of liquid and they see how many puffs they can get off that half mil? Let's say they get 100 puffs off a half a mil. So then they do the math. Okay, well, if we got 100 puffs off a half a mil, we'll get 200 off a mil. If we do 10 mils, we'll get, what is that, 1,000? I think? I don't know. Oh, okay, there we go. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. That does make sense. Good job, Ezra. I don't care what Michael Whitehair says about you behind your back, but I think you're a pretty intelligent person. You're bright, and you should be doing videos. Regardless of what Whitehair says about you. Because he's an asshole. Don't even worry about what he said about you. It's not even worth mentioning. Did you get anything interesting on Prime Day sale? Yes, I did. I got stuff. It's always funny when I say this. Stuff to use for our vlogs. Because every time I say I'm buying stuff to shoot vlogs with, it's always it's funny. But yeah, it was all small shit. It was nothing big. I got like a camera mount, not a selfie stick, but kind of like a selfie stick, but it does a bunch of other shit. Micro SD cards and just other random. I didn't get anything big though. There wasn't really anything ginormous that I was really interested in. Though if you're into Ring cameras, the best time to buy a Ring camera is when they do their Prime Day, because their shit's really cheap. Either anything Alexa related or Ring related is always really cheap. Snort some vodka. What? As far as spandex, I own probably 12 pairs of... we don't call them spandex, nor do we call them leggings. We call them yoga pants. But for men, I think they should have a new name for them. But until you wear a pair, just try a pair when you go to bed. Or wait till your wife or boyfriend or whoever are gone for the day and just put a pair on. Take a pair out of their drawer. Just wear them for like an hour. And tell me they are not the most comfortable thing you've ever worn. Bear pants. There we go. Snort some whiskey, drink some cocaine. There you go. How about that? Ball strangler. Yeah. I would think if you have I don't know. It depends. Like if you suffer from penis strangulation, then you might not like them. But me, since my stomach sticks out farther than my penis does, I don't suffer from any kind of penis strangulation with tight fitting clothes. But I would think, like, if you have a really low-hanging nutsack or something like that, it may get a little irritating. But they're not really that tight. Like, they may seem like they're tight, but they're super thin. So even if they are tight, they're not putting too much pressure on anything. I'm not saying wear them out of the house, but until you wear a pair of yoga pants and a pair of Crocs, you have not lived life. And this is coming from a 100% straight male. I don't even think gay men wear yoga pants. It's probably because it's too gay. But I'm trying to bring this trend to reality. So if you start seeing dudes walking around with yoga pants everywhere, you could thank me. Because I'm making it happen. And there's nothing homo about homo pants or yoga pants. You can't even tell I have a penis when I wear yoga pants. Wait, is that a good thing or a bad thing? Oh, that's probably a bad thing. All right, let's have another nugget. They're cold as hell. That's okay, though. Mm-hmm. Exactly. Compression pants. So, on top of feeling good when you're wearing them, if you happen to be fat or overweight, they're great as compression pants. They hold your fat in. They do all sorts of good things. You need a nipple for that beer? Yes. Can you warm it up too? It's a little cold. I don't want it to freeze my mouth. I'm trying to... Isn't this how normal people drink a beer? They sit there and they just take forever to drink one beer. I'm trying to drink like a civilized human being. This shit's strong too. Turn the lights down low. Someone's getting a little gay tonight. There we go. Is that better for you? You want me to get naked too? That's going to cost you. I don't do that shit for free. The first 6 never touch the sides. What? The first 6 inches? Dude, the first 6 inches never touch the sides, and I haven't touched the inside walls of a vagina in my entire life. Because I am not above 6. Oh, the first 6 beers. Never mind. The first 6 beers never touch the sides. What the fuck is that supposed to mean? The first 6 beers never touch the sides. And if I have one more, I will be intoxicated. I will be... I'm telling you, this one right here, it's like 8 point something or whatever. I'm either going upstairs and fucking, or I'm going upstairs and going to bed. One of the two. There's no in the middle. Talk like ST now, so we all get in the mood. I don't have that big, what's that dude's name? Something white? Hold on. I might have something. Oh, wait, I'm live. What am I doing? Oh, I have no idea. Oh, okay. Barry White. Thank you. Black. Barry White's white or black. Joe, I wish I could say his last name. Is it Connect? Like Connect? Like Connect 4? That's how I'm seeing it. Like Connect as in Connect 4. It looks kind of Polish, kind of, I don't know, is that like German? What is Connect or Canadian? Driving alone in the dark, I've been there. Something tells me you were naked too when you were driving alone in the dark. It's pronounced connect. So I was close. Connect. I was close. So you're saying the C and the H are silent. Canuck. He's a Canadian. He's a Canadian Polak. I knew it. Grab an axe and play mofo. Don't threaten me. He wants me to get drunk, play guitar, eat fucking chicken nuggets. I was close. I don't play very well on the spot. I'm too shy and bashful. My penis crawls up inside of me when I do things like that. Though it is weird that you mention pulling down the V, because I actually was playing that guitar today. I haven't played it in forever. I don't know why, because I love that guitar, but it's kind of odd that you mentioned that. It's almost like you were watching me through my window. Irish and German, I wouldn't fight him. Are you trying to say something? They call them Canucks, but the stereotype is Newfie. What the fuck is a Newfie? Are we talking about Canadians? Newfie? Let's see, Newfie. What is a Newfie? What does Newfie stand for? Newfie, also Noof, or sometimes Newfie, is a, oh god, colloquial term? Colloquial? I don't know what the fuck that word is. Colloquial term used by Canadians and others for someone who is from Newfoundland. Newfoundland? Some Newfoundlanders, that doesn't sound right, consider Newfie as a slur first used by American and Canadian military forces stationed on the island. Okay, all that for a Newfie? So is Newfie offensive? Here we go. Are Newfies aggressive? No. Is that like racist? Newfies love roofies. Roofies. You guys are confusing my little brain. You should call this the pronunciation show, Mark. Oh, I almost thought you were trying to say pronoun show. I'm like, my pronouns are it, a, oof, and ung. Wow, one beer. I need to get a fucking life. Holy Jesus. Irish people aren't that scary once you get over the glow and the dark, pale skin and all. Irish, we're not going to talk about Irish women. Let's stop right there. Let's stop right there. These nuggets are pretty good. Well, actually, anything's good when you're drinking beer, right? You could fucking put a plate of dog shit in front of me and I'd start eating it. Ed Barkley dropping that donation this evening saying, here, I'll buy the next one, Mark. Cheers, Ed. I will take that $5 and I will take that and I will have that next one on tomorrow's show. Just for Ed, I will make sure, and you guys can, I probably shouldn't say this, but I'm going to say it. I will have 3 beers on the show tomorrow. Back to back. I can't promise you what the outcome's going to be like, and some of you might even unsubscribe tomorrow, but three beers because of Ed. He deserves it. Thank you, Ed. I know 3 is like pretty big. I mean, that's a lot of beer right there. Drink 2 22s or a 40. You gotta be fucking nuts. A 40 ounce of myself? I keep the promise. I'll drink 3. I ain't shotgunning no beer. Hell no. I'm coming home from work early tomorrow for tomorrow's show. Maybe I will take the day off, Mark. I'll have 3, cold and ready to roll. I'm drinking, so you should drink with me. I'm drinking. Well, actually, no, I'm not. I'm done. I gotta be on my toes in the morning. I gotta shoot one more video on this little gem right here. Bop, bop, bop. Oh, I'm gonna get my fucking screen up. I'm gonna get the fucking lights on. What the hell's happening over here? Jesus, who turned the lights out? Did I do that? I think I did do that. No. See what happens? Dude, I'm glad I'm not a woman and I drink. Because if I was a woman and I drank, I'd be the biggest whore. Guys would fucking take advantage of me in a heartbeat. They'd be fucking me when I'm passed out, sleeping, all kinds. I'd be fucking a mailman, the neighbor. Oh, I'm so glad I don't have a vagina. At least not yet. Oh, I have one. I'm getting one soon. I don't want to get into this topic, and we'll end tonight's live with this. Maybe you guys can do a little homework or research for tomorrow. Because I don't know if it's true, because a lot of things that Angela tells me she hears on the radio, and usually shit on the radio is not really that true, but did the CDC, I don't know why they would approve, why they would approve a drug. I thought the FDA approves drugs, but they approved a drug that makes men lactate? Is that even scientifically possible? Like, I don't see how that could be possible. Because you don't even have the physical parts to make milk, regardless of what pills you're taking. But she apparently heard on the radio that they have a new drug out that will make men, I don't know if it's necessarily milk, but it makes men lactate from their nipples, apparently. So I don't know. I don't even see how that's possible, but then again, the shit I see nowadays, I'm like, is that real? Like, is that girl really fucking that horse? He's like at least 18 inches long. Yep, she really is. Wow. It's possible, but it's against human nature. Oh yeah, I definitely agree with that. So it is scientifically possible? How is that science? Okay, we're going to say this for tomorrow. But I don't know how that is scientifically, like, humanly possible. But I'll leave you guys with that. It's been a great night. I had a blast. Thank you, Ed, for getting me drunk tonight. I appreciate it. I wouldn't really call it drunk, but highly buzzed. And thank everyone else for hanging out as late as you did. And thanks to those that didn't say a word. And thank you to those that left early because they were fed up. And thank you to Michael Whitehair for being late. Thank you to Chuck for the donations. Thank everyone else. Oh, I'll be Canadians. Canadians thank everyone all the time. Let me keep thanking everyone. Thank you. Thank you. I believe the pharmaceutical companies would make anything. Wait, I believe. Oh, okay, there you go. Yeah, but how, like, that's not even, like, is that possible physically? I don't even think there's any. I don't know. This is. Save it, Mark. Don't start talking about this shit. It's going to set you off, and you're going to start having sex with your neighbor. Don't do it. Thank you, Nathan. Thanks to everyone tonight for hanging out, donating, adding to the content. What else? Talking shit, doing what you do. It's been fun. It's always fun hanging out with you guys. It's a blast. tomorrow might get a little rocky. But I'll tell you this, if anything happens tomorrow, good or bad, you blame it on Ed. Whatever happens tomorrow night is all on Ed, not on me. This is how I always used to do it. If I got drunk and something happened, I wouldn't blame it. It's not my fault. It's whoever let me do it, did it's fault. Therefore, if something goes down, it's Ed's fault. Blame him. Good night, folks. Have a good one, and we'll see you tomorrow.